Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2024.
Yay!
2023 felt like it went by so fast.
Also very slowly.
I don't know. I felt like it went by really fast.
I don't. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, it was a rough one.
It was a rough year for us.
It was a rough one. But hopefully this year has some good things in store for all of us. And tonight we're going to be talking about our 2024 resolutions, what we have in store for some of our new YouTube video content, and kind of where we've been for the last 2 months.
Yes, we've been missing in action. Again.
This is fine. Our first topic, we're going to be talking about our 2024 resolutions as both business owners and as
Individuals.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to start?
Well, I guess for the business resolution, our big focus is on making content that is fulfilling and impactful.
Yes.
That's kind of our new stance that we're trying to approach in this new year. And we have a lot on that coming up in another section of the podcast where we can dive in a little bit more.
Yes, I'm excited. I think we've got some good ideas. I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for what's to come.
Yeah. Hopefully a lot more creativity.
Yes.
Which is something that we need.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Agreed. Do we want to say more about that, or do we want to talk about that more in the other sections?
I think that one will be a little bit more in the other section. We can kind of dive into our personal resolutions here.
You go. You go first.
This one is going to be hard for me, but my biggest thing I want to do this year is to become a lot more healthier in terms of both diet and physical activity. I feel the last 3-4 years, shit has kind of hit the fan, and I feel like it's time to get out of that little, I guess,
rut.
Yeah, rut, and try to improve.
Yeah.
I just feel so unhealthy. I feel exhausted and tired like all the time, and I don't want to feel that way. So I'm going to work on trying to become more active and doing more exercise, making sure I'm not eating a lot of processed foods.
Except for cookies.
Until those are gone. We found the best cookies.
Oh, they're so good.
Wegmans makes these. They're basically like an Oreo knockoff, and they're filled with like pieces of candy cane.
It's so good.
So good.
It's so good.
We happened to find them like after Christmas, so they're on sale for like 99 cents for like a tray like of cookies.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I think the regular price was like $2.50 or something. So yeah, we had bought I think 4 of them. So once the cookies are gone,
then you'll start your resolution.
Then the hard work comes.
Yeah.
So that's what I have in store this year, and it's going to be tough.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
Thank you.
Part of it is my fault because I keep you up late all the time. Because I don't sleep, so I want you to stay up with me.
I mean, that is true. I'm like, I got to go to bed. And you're like, just take a look at this one thing. I'm like,
can you just look at this one thing?
I'm like, but it's going to take you like an hour. But you're like, no, it won't. And then it ends up taking an hour. I'm like, so tired.
For my resolution, I think my resolution will help your resolution.
Oh, thank you.
So my resolution for 2024 is to work a lot harder on a work-life balance because it is non-existent right now.
No,
It just does not exist.
absolutely not.
With all the changes that have happened, I literally have been working 24/7.
I mean, that's not really an exaggeration either.
Yeah, there's days where I'm literally not sleeping at all, and I've been up all night, and then Brandon goes to bed, and then
I'm like, I'll see you in the morning.
he wakes up, and then and I'm still at my computer working on stuff, and he's like, "Did you sleep?" And I'm like, "Nope." Certainly not.
I don't agree with this either. Like, I don't think that's healthy. I always tell her, just go to bed. There's always going to be more to do.
There's never enough time.
And she has a really hard time understanding that no matter how much you do, there's always still more to do.
There's always more.
So you just got to pace yourself and actually set a schedule. It doesn't stick to it.
I try, but then I get into these flows, and I get very hyper focused on something, and I cannot stop. And I'm like, I just need to get this done. And it always takes a lot longer than I thought it would. But
Yeah.
I'm going to work on that. That's my goal for this year, is to work on that and actually go to sleep.
Sleep is good.
I hope. I'm going to try. I'm going to put a good effort in to try to do that. But we'll see, because then if I go to bed, then I can be more productive the following day.
Yeah, because I always feel like even though you try to push through and get stuff done, you'd probably actually be able to get it done a lot faster if you just went to bed and then woke up fresh.
And recharged, yeah. You're probably right.
Instead
And also, I think you would be able to do more because you wouldn't be perpetually exhausted.
Yeah.
Because I always keep you up. And then you're like, I just need to sleep, please.
Yeah, you're like, you're getting like 7 hours.
Like, you sleep so long.
I know, but some people need sleep to
function.
survive.
I'm just a weird.
Some
Weird,
people are.
unique
Some
breed.
people just naturally need less sleep to get through the day. But I
Yeah.
feel like I'm on the higher end for sure.
We're very opposite when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I will say 2024 has already been teaching me a lesson in work-life balance, because I got so sick after Christmas. Like 2 days after Christmas, I was down for the count, and I'm still, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, I'm still recovering.
She's been recovering for many weeks.
I've been pretty sick, and I haven't been sick in a while because I've been hiding out in my house like a hermit for the last few years. So my immune system is in the dumpster. So yeah, not feeling so hot. But every time I think I'm on the upswing, I'll try to pull another all-nighter, and then the next day I feel like trash, and I'm like, okay.
I'm like, why would you do that? You're just gonna, like, your immune system gets so run down if you
I was like,
don't
oh, I'm
sleep.
feeling better, and then the next day I pay for it. So
Yeah, it's been a cycle of feeling better, feeling worse, feeling better, feeling worse, feeling better,
Yeah.
feeling worse.
So I think if I work on the work-life balance,
You will feel better,
I
too.
will feel better. I'll be more productive, and you'll be able to be healthier.
Also, I don't know if I should mention that somebody tends to always like to order food.
Me? I've been good.
I mean, lately, but before, I was like,
Well, it's because I'm constantly just working, and then I'm too
Yeah.
tired to make anything, or I just don't want to stop working to take the time out to make something.
Yeah.
So I just order stuff. But I'm being better about it. I'm working on it.
sometimes it's just too much.
Sorry. But sometimes I just really want a slushie. I love slushies.
Just make your own.
I love slushies. I always order slushies. So delicious.
That's not the only thing you order.
Crab in a bag.
Ah.
Oh, delicious. You love it too. Last time, though, I was trying to crunch the crab claw.
Oh my god.
And it's like this hot Cajun sauce, and I always get the like hottest level,
Yeah.
like the hottest, spiciest level. And some of the sauce flew into my eye, and I thought I was going blind. It was so bad. I was like, "Oh, help me!"
It reminds me of like when Steve-O like put hot sauce like in his eye.
Oh, awful! It's the worst feeling.
I'm sure it is.
It is shockingly painful.
Sure it is.
I was completely panicked, and I was like, "Oh, I'm blind."
She was freaking out.
So maybe we'll hold off on crab in a bag for a while.
I mean, for a long time.
So delicious. But I will be better about, because that will also play into the healthy thing.
Yes.
I will do my best. We'll work on our goals together.
That sounds like a plan.
So that's our resolutions. We'll see how it goes. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful this year. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, any progress at this point, I feel like is good progress.
Yeah.
So we have something called Koi Coins in the Twitch chat here. So if you have a question or you want to share a thought on any of the topics that we are currently discussing, you can redeem the channel points, and it will highlight your message in the chat, and we will potentially respond to it live during the stream. Very exciting. And it's free. Doesn't cost anything.
$3.99. All right. Next topic we want to talk about is some changes to our YouTube.
Yes.
I think the only consistency that we are consistent about is that we consistently change everything.
But that's not a bad thing, though, because
we're agile.
Where's the stop stream button? I'm out. I'm bailing. Get me out of here.
Triggered.
Get me out of here. I'm out.
So funny.
I totally lost train of thought now.
Sorry. You said it's a good thing, and it's good because that we constantly change everything.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a good thing because it allows us to figure out what we like to do and try to figure out different ways to do things. And I think overall it's just a learning experience being on YouTube.
Yeah. You gotta find your way.
Yeah.
And you only find your way by
doing it.
Testing things, see what works, see what doesn't work, and go to the next thing. So
we have a new path in our evolution of our channel.
Yes. We've evolved. So what we're going to do is we've decided that we are going to drop our main videos, like our more edited videos, to once a month.
I mean, just our YouTube video uploads are going to be...
Well, no, because we're still going to have the podcast as an upload.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about, like, video.
Yeah.
Like,
but they'll still be... Does that make sense? I don't know how to... You explain this. You're better at explaining stuff than I am.
Yeah, so...
He's like, yeah.
Instead of releasing... I think... At the point of a couple months ago, we were doing 4 videos. Like, one was the podcast, and then we did 3 other videos, ideas.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be changing it to still doing the podcast. We're going to be doing the podcast once a month, and then we're also just going to be doing 1 YouTube video a month.
Yes.
And we'll be releasing a couple supporting YouTube shorts throughout the month leading up to the video release.
Yes.
This way... It'll allow us to focus on having more time to really craft these videos and try to get across some of the things that we want to get across and just be more creative with it and hopefully raise the bar of the production a little bit to the next level.
Yeah. I think we have slowly, gradually gotten better with how we're producing our videos and putting things together. But it's very time consuming. There's a lack of time, and we want to be consistent with it, but we run short on time, and then we can't put in the quality that we want to.
Yeah. Or we pick something that's like a little bit easier to do, but then it just doesn't get the engagement that we're trying to get.
Yeah. I think engagement is a big thing. Our goal is to get a little bit more engagement, participate a little bit more with members of our community and stuff like that. So I'm hopeful that this new approach will do that. And we can just be a little bit more creative with what we're doing.
Yeah. These videos are going to be a lot more focused on like telling a story. So it's going to be like a beginning, a middle, and an end. So
they'll be more in depth. They might be longer videos.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth it. I know not everybody's trying to do short, quick paced, fast content. I don't think that's necessarily our style. I think we want to lean a little bit more into what our personal style is and not what is trending.
Yeah. So
things
are going to be changing a little.
A little bit.
A little bit.
At the core, it's still us, though.
Like,
so.
Yeah. Clearly. Actually, we hit CES and we got some AI replacements.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hopefully. No.
You've been watching an AI this entire time.
No. Please, no.
We're deep faked right now.
No, we're not. Oh, God.
Anywho. Yeah, so basically what we want to try to do is make these videos more of a sort of like a documentary style video and take you on a journey of what we're working on that month. And what we want to try to do is almost have a theme for each month of the year of a story we want to put together or a project we want to work on. We want to center the videos around making art and making something instead of it just being thrown together haphazardly. We want to have a purpose and an intent behind what we're putting together.
Yeah, that's also one of the big focuses for this year is just all the years prior. Like, I feel like we've had less and less time to actually be creative and make new things, and this should allow us to do that because the sole purpose of these videos is going to be around creating things. So if we don't create things, then there is no video.
Exactly.
So
yes.
It'll force us. That's the only way.
Yeah. I'm excited about this because this is something that we've been talking about for a while. So I think we finally figured out how we want to center a format around what we want to accomplish.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about it. The first one we're going to release, we're still in the progress of working on it because this idea wasn't fully formulated while we were shooting footage for this. So hopefully it comes together okay, but if it doesn't, just be aware that we'll be working harder on the next one, and hopefully these get better over time. Yeah. But the first one that we're going to be doing is going to be centered around our first pop-up shop. And while we were prepping for that and everything, I was taking little clips and videos throughout the process. So it's I think a 2-week long, it spans over 2 weeks of all the things that we were doing to put this together.
Oh man, it was a lot.
So that's the type of thing we want to do. Is a lot of the times where our previous videos, it's something that we shot in one day.
Yeah.
So it's something that we tried to put together, we shot, we edited, and try to put it together as quickly as possible. Whereas this approach, it's going to be more of over a period of time. And for the next couple ones, it'll be over maybe the whole month of what we were working on and what projects or what themes we wanted to work around for that month. So I'm super excited about it. I think this will be a really nice change.
Yeah, and it lets us be more creative just in general and also with our video ideas and try to get more like creative shots and angles, and we're going to try all sorts of things. So
yeah.
Lots of...
Be more cinematic about things and just have a different way. We want to make the videos not just a video. Like, we want the videos to become their own piece of art, like their own artistic expression. Yeah. So I'm very excited about doing that.
Yeah.
Trying new things.
Yeah.
It'd be really fun. Mm-hmm. So if you have any suggestions as these start coming out and you're thinking maybe this would be a cool theme, or I would like you to see you do this as a creative challenge or something like that, please let us know, because we're still trying to figure out what we want to do for each month. I know the first one was going to be around the pop-up shop. We haven't really decided what we're going to do for February yet. Do you have ideas of what you're thinking for that?
Not yet. We've been super busy with other things at the moment.
Which we will go into shortly.
Haven't had much time to think outside of that at the moment.
We want to figure out like a really nice thing to do for February, and then
So after the pop-up shop video, things should finally hit what we're aiming to do.
And then all of our other content will be surrounded around that too. So our streams will be centered around whatever that theme is going to be. And you're kind of going to be able to, if you're attending our streams and things like that, you're going to see that progression. And then you'll see the final video will be all of those little things pieced together.
Yes.
So
hopefully in a cohesive manner.
I hope so. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm very excited about this. So hopefully we keep it up.
Yes.
So Ver Silvestris, I hope I'm saying this correctly, in the chat says, what makes something a pop-up shop? Is that like a booth at a show or something? So a pop-up shop is, if you've ever been to an arts and crafts show or a trade show, it's when individual businesses that may not have a brick and mortar, or if they're coming to an event, will have a table where they can have their products or their services, and then you're able as a customer to go through all these different booths and see what these people have to offer. So we participated in our first pop-up shop.
Yeah.
Very unexpectedly.
Yep.
So we're gonna go into that in a little bit more detail later. But it was a challenge, but I'm so glad that we did it. I'm so glad that we did it.
Too.
It's opened up a whole new world for us. So you want to do the next section here?
Okay. So we do have some exciting news that we want to announce as well tonight. Since we did the pop-up shop, that kind of inspired us to open up our own online shop.
Yay.
So that's going to be launching this month on the 24th. If you would like to be notified, you can sign up for our newsletter over at tealfishstudio.com.
Yes.
And we'll let you know as soon as the doors are open. Well, the virtual doors are open. I can't talk. Open.
Our grand opening. So,
Yes.
1/24/24 is going to be our grand opening day. I'm so excited.
What a lovely number.
Yes. And I'm just really hyped. We put so much work and effort into this. Whew, what an adventure.
Always is.
Always an adventure.
Always an adventure.
I almost wish that we would have documented what we were doing, as that could have been its own video, but we were so head down focused on doing this that there was no time to document what we were doing.
Yeah.
It was just a mad scramble.
This last, what is it, like 3 months?
Yeah. We just went
Yeah, it's just been work.
ham and cheese.
Huh?
We went ham and cheese.
Ham, egg, and cheese?
Ham, egg, and cheese.
Oh, that
on a
actually
croissant.
Oh, that sounds good.
Delicious.
Breakfast. Sometimes breakfast is good for dinner.
Yes, agreed. All right. So now we're going to talk about where the hell have we been?
I don't know. It's been a blur.
It has been a blur.
Where have I been? I don't know.
We looked before we started the podcast, and it looks like our last video was 2 months ago.
Yes.
I don't know when our last stream was. I think it was the pumpkins on Halloween, because that's what we just updated our stream.
I mean,
stream
so
from.
that's October. So
it's been a while.
Probably mid-October.
It's been a while. We kind of went MIA. Apologies. But I think we spent our time very well. And I think hopefully people are excited about how that time spent is going to translate into what's coming up next. So what we did in these last 2 months, what started all of this? I don't know. Why did we just
So I think it started with the website redesign because we were trying to figure out the services that we wanted to offer,
Yeah.
and we came up with a bunch of different like branding packages and branding and website packages. So we spent a lot of time doing that. Then we kind of dug into the business aspect. We updated a bunch of like questionnaires and contracts and all this business documents, and trying to get all that straightened out and updated, and figuring out the privacy policy in terms of service for the website.
Oof, it was so much work.
Yeah.
I think we basically dug in and we had some time where we just spent trying to figure out what exactly is Tealfish Studio. And we've had this discussion before, but every time we think we know what we're doing, we're like, I don't know if this really fits. But I think now we actually know. We finally know what Tealfish Studio is.
For now.
For now. I'm sure it will expand.
Yeah,
Because we always have new passions
Yeah.
and new things we want to pursue.
Yeah.
But I feel very confident with the decisions that we made and what we're doing. So basically, what we came to the conclusion of is for Tealfish Studio, we have two sides to our business. One is our services and one is our products. So we offer both. On the service side of things, we do brand identity, visual identity, logo designs, web design, all of that type of service. And then on the product side of things, which is what was inspired by doing the pop-up shop, we'll have our photography, our art prints. I think we're going to start offering maybe select pieces of our original art at some point, handcrafted items. I'll talk a little bit more about what those are when we talk more about the pop-up shop. And so many other things. So when we open up this online store, you'll be able to purchase all the handcrafted things that we create, all the art that we create, the photography we create. And then on the other side of things, if you need branding and design services, we can do that as well. So we finally defined what we are.
Yes. It took
It
us
was
a
a
while.
long time coming,
Yeah.
But, also music.
Yes.
And also music.
Yeah. I feel like it's been so long since I've even opened Ableton.
I know. I haven't written a new song in a while. So once we get this all started, I think maybe one of the videos I want to do is around music and
Yeah,
maybe making
yeah.
a song. And that was one of the ideas we had is, we could do it around creating a song and maybe making a music video around it and all of the things behind the scenes and all of the things like how that all works. There's so much work that goes into the things that we put out, and this will give a glimpse into that, what it actually takes to put something together, which I think is super interesting. So hopefully other people think that's interesting too.
I hope so.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what people think. But I'm excited to do it because I think, I don't know, it just is very inspiring to me, you know? So do you want to talk about our pop-up shop journey? So basically we started with figuring out what we wanted our business to be, figuring out the website, and initially we had just the branding on there. And then when the pop-up shop happened, then we're like, oh, there's a whole nother side to the business.
Yeah.
And then we had to go back and do more work on the website to accommodate for that.
Which is still being worked on right now.
Yes. So you take the reins. Talk about our pop-up.
So the opportunity kind of just popped up out of nowhere. And they're like, hey, would you be interested in joining the pop-up on like 2 weeks from now? And we're like, sure. And they're like, do you have products? We're like, yeah.
Do you want to say who they are? You just said they.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't say who they were.
I mean,
So just to clarify, because I think that's confusing for people that don't know what we're talking about. We started trying to network a little bit more with other like local businesses, and there was oh, so awkward. There was like a meet and greet. What do they call it?
Yeah,
Happy hour.
Yeah, it's a meet and greet happy hour.
Happy hour meet and greet thing that we got invited to because we were trying to connect with like local places. Because we figured if we're going to really try to make this a business, like we have to start networking. Like we're so bad at networking. We're very much both homebodies.
Yeah.
So we went to this networking event. We're both so shy. We're just like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't know what to say. And luckily, some other people that were were a lot better at introducing themselves came and talked to us. And that's where this pop-up opportunity came from. So these other business association people were asking us about our business. And then they're like, oh, by the way, pop-up shop. Okay, now you can go. I just wanted to give some context.
Okay. So yeah, we had said, yeah, we have products, and in reality,
We did not have
we
products.
didn't have a single thing.
We are liars. We lied. I just thought it was a really good opportunity. And it was something that I've wanted to try to do for a very long time, but we just never had the courage to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they were like, oh, yeah, so we have a table available. This event is in 2 weeks. You have products. And we're like, yep, sure do.
So, needless to say, we spent the next 2 weeks panicking and trying out a whole bunch of different things and somehow putting together a 6-foot table worth of products to sell at this event.
We had a lot of products at the end of it. A lot.
It was just pure chaos. Like, our whole house was just stuff top to bottom, flipped over,
Everywhere.
open, just
things
stuff
on the floor, things on tables.
Yeah, it was
Oh, wow.
a mess.
It was
But
insanity. But
somehow we got it all together, and yeah, it actually turned into a very successful event. So.
yeah, it was great. I thrive on stuff like that. I haven't done things like that since college, where I'm trying to get like this big project done. I was on the floor.
I was on the floor,
We were
too.
both on the floor, like painting.
There were days
and
where I didn't like
creating
shower. It was fine. It's fine.
Oh God, it was so fun. It was
just-
really stressful, but
Yeah.
it was really fun. I was so excited, especially when we finally figured out what we were going to make. It was just awesome. So what we ended up offering was, of course, we knew we wanted to do our photography prints, which we were already offering on Etsy. So our photography prints, some fine art prints, some illustration prints. So we had prints of that. We made little mini prints as well,
Yeah, they were like 4x6s.
like little baby ones.
Yep.
And then we were trying to figure out what else to make, and we ended up making greeting cards. So we had some illustrations that they actually were our new emotes that we were working on for the Twitch channel.
One of them
and-
wasn't.
Which one?
The bunny.
Oh yeah, the bunny was
Yeah,
different.
we made a custom
But
one.
like that was kind of what inspired it. Is we had these little illustrations, and then Brandon went in and elevated them to a whole nother level. Like they look so good, because when you're making little emotes, like they have to be very basic.
Yeah, you gotta take like all the details out.
So he went in and he put in all of this detail, and they are so cute. I love them so much. I'm so in love with them. So he just elevated these to another level. So we ended up deciding to make stickers out of them. And then we also used them to make custom greeting cards with custom illustrations. So we put that together.
They have a few puns on them too.
Yeah, they're very punny. I think they're super cute. Like, I'm sure people have seen our little whale that we use in a lot of our videos. And what did that one say? I hope you have a whaley happy holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, so cute.
It's stuff like that.
Then we wanted to make some that were like specifically like holiday themed because this was around Christmas time. So I made a cute little Christmas bunny.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Christmas tree.
Yeah, the Christmas tree. There was other things that we had worked on, but we just never ended up using because we were trying to. There was a lot of trial and error trying to figure out what to make.
Yeah, and a lot of disappointment along the way too.
Oof, lots of disappointment.
Yeah.
Things that we thought were going to work out well and they did not work at all.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where we started really panicking. And we're like, oh, crap, I thought this was going to work, and it didn't work. We were trying to print out certain things, print out stickers.
Yeah.
The paper that we had wouldn't work.
Or if it did work, but it just didn't look good, and we're just like, oh, my God, what do we do?
Yeah, because we were really, it was a time crunch. We had to get this table together within this period of time.
Yeah, 2 weeks is not enough time to source things and figure out suppliers and stuff like that. It's just
it was insanity. Absolute insanity.
Not recommended.
Not recommended. I think for us though, maybe it is recommended because I think we both work really well under pressure. If there's not a deadline, if there wasn't a 2-week deadline and we had a longer period of time to do that, there's no way we would have done that.
I mean, we probably would have waited to the 2 week
We would have waited till the 2 week
or even
mark.
shorter to do everything.
We work super well under pressure. I think it works for us. So we did that, and then we were trying to figure out what else to offer, what other products to offer. And me just not sleeping, I'm just sitting there trying to think of, okay, what could we do? Maybe Christmas ornaments. What could we do for Christmas ornaments? And I don't know how this came into my brain, but one of the very first things we did when we started Tealfish Studio is we used to go and collect beach glass. And we have so much beach glass.
We have containers full.
So much. And we had gone through and sorted them all. And initially what we were planning to do was to make jewelry out of it. Some even have like drilled holes, and we were planning to do that. And then I think I made a couple pieces and then I just stopped, and we never really like revisited that.
Yeah, it sat for many years untouched.
So I was thinking, oh, maybe I could make some jewelry. And then I was like, I don't really want to. So what I decided to do instead was make ornaments with the beach glass. So that's what we did. So we ended up finding some wood blanks that we were able to put together, sanded them all down, painted like little scenes on them, and then put together little scenes with the beach glass. And the reception we got on those was so good.
I know.
I was not expecting that at all. I was like, I don't know if this is good. I think they're cute, but I don't know how people are going to receive these.
Yeah.
And people were actually so kind about how they looked. They were really like, oh, these are so beautiful. Your work's beautiful. We had a lot of sales, which we were not expecting.
I know.
And we were both like, we're doing it.
It's happening.
It's happening. It was amazing. It was such a good, it just felt really good to get that feedback from people.
Yeah, even if people just came by our little table, a lot of there's just full of just positive comments, and it's just kind of really reassuring to know that, oh, we can do this.
Yeah, it just gave us the confidence to keep going. We were so worried because we had a little mishap when we were trying to package everything. We'd never done this before, and trying to put a table together, because it's not just, so you have to bring your products, but then you also have to have it displayed so it looks nice. So another big part of what we were doing was trying to figure out how to display our items and making displays. So there was a lot of work around that. And if anybody knows me, I'm very particular about aesthetics and how things look. And honestly, that was the first thing I was worried about, is how's our table going to look? We'll worry about the products after.
Yeah.
So we technically had a little less time than the 2 weeks just to do the products because I was just like, I know we'll do prints. So I'm not too worried about that. But when we finally printed the stuff out, I was like, this is not enough. So then we're like, okay, what else could we do?
We need more things.
We need more things. But then packaging everything and then transporting it to the place we were supposed to have our table was a challenge. And we were late getting there. We were still like on time for the show, but they gave us, I think, like an hour to set up.
Yeah, technically we would have had up to an hour to set up.
And we got there a little bit late, and some people already had like their tables basically set up by the time we got there, and then we
weren't the last one there, though.
No, we weren't the last ones there.
So that made me feel better.
But we were kind of put in a back corner, and I was like, oh man, nobody's going to see us. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how this is going to go. I don't think we're going to make any sales. Like, we were just not feeling confident.
Yeah.
At all. And
plus, we didn't know. We haven't gone to this event before, so we had no expectation of or knowledge of how many people actually were going to this thing.
Yeah, we didn't.
And they
know.
didn't really tell us either. So
we had no idea if it was going to be busy.
Is this something that like 10 people go to, or is it something like hundreds of people go to, or thousands? Like, we had no idea.
Yeah. We also didn't know what to make. We were just kind of guessing.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know what other types of vendors were going to be there. And it's interesting because there was so many different types of vendors selling completely different products. So there was nothing to gauge by, like, is this an event for this specific type of a product?
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know. We just didn't know what to expect. We also have never done one ourselves before. So even for our own knowledge and our own like audience, we didn't know what people would want. We didn't know what products we made that would do well. We didn't know what wouldn't do well. So we were just kind of taking a shot in the dark with what we made.
Yeah, I think that's why we kind of diversified our products.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of kind of everything that we could on a 6-foot table.
Yeah. We actually ended up with a lot. And then in addition to the ornaments that I made, so I made 2 different styles of ornaments. I made 3-inch ones that were a tag shape, and then I made round ones that were 4 inches that were larger pieces. And then I also made greeting cards with the ornament or with the beach glass as well. So I had some different designs, and then I bought this special paint that you can bake that goes on glass, and made that for the cards, and they did so well.
Yeah.
It was just it helped my heart like grow. It was just so awesome. I was like, oh, they actually really like what we're doing. And just even the people that didn't buy anything were just so complimentary. And they're like, wow, your work is really beautiful.
A lot of really nice comments by people.
Yeah. Do you have a business card? Do you have a store?
Yeah, a lot of people asked us if we had like a physical store. And we're like, no. We're definitely not anywhere near that level. But I mean, that would be so cool to have one day, is like an actual storefront where we can have our own products and just be designing and working on stuff.
Yeah, that's maybe the long-term dream, but I think this is a really good start. I'm so excited. So we finished the pop-up. We did really well for considering this was our first time and we didn't know what to expect with our products. We got really good reception. We made a decent amount of money. We definitely made more than what we paid for the table and everything. So that's always like the goal when you do these pop-up shops.
Yeah,
we did a lot of
wanna
research.
Break even.
Yeah, we're like, so what are we supposed to do for this? So we were trying to do research of what to anticipate, how much product to bring.
And then also figuring out like price points for things.
Yeah, how to price everything. Also how to take payments.
Oh, and deal with New York State taxes.
Yeah, it was an adventure.
Yeah, there's a lot of
so many things to figure out.
Things to think about and experiment with and try to find the best way to do. But luckily it all worked out.
It did work out. So, wow. It was just a very cool experience. And I think it was something we had to do to really give us some direction of the next steps to take. So we know that we definitely want to do more of these. So we're going to look into this year, hopefully doing at least another 2, maybe.
Couple.
2 or 3, I think, is good. We'll probably do the same event next year that we did.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That one we'll do that. And then try to find maybe
some other ones throughout the year
that we can participate in. And as we get more acclimated to how these work and we start building up like our inventory of products, we can maybe try to do more as the years go by. Mm-hmm. Some people make their whole living just doing pop-up shops.
I mean, some people travel the whole country doing these.
Yeah. Even the people at this event were coming from all over. So it's just really cool. And it's just nice to like see other artisans and the products that they make. And it was a really cool experience. So very exciting.
The only thing that I kind of wish we had a chance to do was scout out and take a look at what other people were doing.
Yeah, like explore it ourselves.
But how they had it set up, I don't know if we mentioned, but the actual event was featured in different storefronts that participated in this. Mm-hmm. So we would be like buddied up, and we were like in a little cafe that did gelato. So
yeah,
we couldn't easily see what other people were doing.
Yeah. Verse Silvestris asks, did you sell or display any of your photo prints? Yes, we did.
Yes.
We had, so we ended up on the actual display, we had photography prints in 2 different sizes. So I think we did 8x10.
8x10 and 4x6.
8x10 and 4x6. Mm-hmm. And then we made like a little cheat sheet so people could see what was in the display. And then we also had the 4-inch ornaments, the 3-inch ornaments that were the beach glass ones that I made. We also had the illustrated greeting cards, and then we also had the beach glass greeting cards. And then at the very last minute, I decided I wanted to make watercolor bookmarks. Because I was like, I think we need a little bit more.
Yeah.
More stuff. And I'm like, what can I make? And one day I was just thinking, oh, I haven't done anything with watercolor in a while. I think I want to do maybe watercolor paintings. And then I was like, do people really want to buy like just like a watercolor painting? Like, how can I make this like a product, like a different price point product? That was the other thing, is you want to try to make things at different price points for people. Something maybe at the higher end, something in the middle, and something on the lower end. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to try to make like a cheaper thing. Oh, we also had the stickers. I forgot about the stickers too. Mm-hmm. And then the bookmarks. So I ended up making original painting bookmarks, and then I cut them into bookmark sizes. And then I made like a little pen drawing, like an ink drawing over the watercolor. I laminated them, and then I made little tassels. And they came out so much better than I was expecting.
Yeah,
and
they looked really good.
A couple people bought the bookmarks, and I was like, I'm so glad I made these. So that was another product that we made. So it's just fun trying to figure out like new products to make, and actually like
get
making
to like flex
stuff.
your creativity.
Yes, like we haven't done that in so long. It was just so fulfilling to do that. And I'm excited to figure out some new products we can make and make new versions of the things that we're making and improve how we're putting things together. We wanted everything to be really like high quality too. Mm-hmm. And there was one woman that bought so much stuff from us.
Yeah.
In one sale. She just loved everything. And even some of we had prints of the illustrations we had too. One of them was my little puffer fish.
Oh yeah.
And I just remember, I'm never gonna forget this. This is such like a big moment, I think, for us. And I remember the woman coming over from like across the room, and she's like, why is this so fucking cute? And I was just so excited. And she was just telling us this story of how her dad used to call her a puffer fish, and she bought that. She bought one of your photo prints, the mink one, and then what else did she buy? She, I think, bought another photo print. There was 2 photo prints, and I think the illustration print. Right?
I don't remember.
Do you
100%.
remember?
I know those 2 for sure.
But it was just really nice. And then people were giving us really nice compliments about the photography too. I remember one woman we had, Brandon had taken, I think those were yours, the cardinals.
Oh yeah, the cardinals. Yes.
So we had the male and the female cardinal that we captured on one of our trips. And they were a couple. It was actually like the couple.
Yeah.
So there was a shot of the female and the male cardinal, and the woman was commenting, "Oh, I'm so glad that you didn't forget about the female." It's nice to see a photo of the female cardinal, and people were asking about the photography, so we were telling them like where we capture some of the photos, and just like really nice discussions with people.
Yeah.
It was
People are very nice. It was
just really cool.
Very cool.
So awesome. So it was just very wholesome.
Yeah.
A wholesome event. It was really fun.
It was very nerve-wracking to get going and with a lot of unknowns, but once it actually started, it was amazing.
Yeah. It was just really, really cool. So I don't know. I feel like I've talked a lot and rambled a lot about this event, but it was just kind of a turning point for me.
Yeah.
It just felt really good that all of our hard work has finally come to fruition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then it kind of pushed us to this next thing.
Yes. So you go.
Which
I'm going to stop talking. I've talked so much.
Which is the online store that we're going to be launching on the 24th.
So excited.
So basically what we're doing is taking all of these ideas and more and coming up with our own space to sell, which had its own set of interesting things to deal with.
Oh, yes.
So for right now, I don't know if we mentioned it before, but it's only going to be for U.S. shipping. We don't know how to get into the international stuff yet. We're going to start with the U.S. and then maybe branch out into other countries, but for now, we're starting there.
Yes.
Because
it's
complicated enough as it is. So we're going to be offering like the photo prints. We're going to be offering the ornaments that Rose crafted. We're going to be having the stickers, the greeting cards, and we're going to be adding more products over time.
Bookmarks are in there as well. Yeah, I'm excited to figure out some new things to put in. I'm going to make more of the beach glass art, and it's not in there yet, but I think we'll probably do a new launch in the spring. That's the other exciting thing with the shop is it's going to help us actually make new things.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to plan out different launches that we can make over the course of the year, some based off of the season, some based off of holidays coming up, or maybe just a theme that we want to pursue and make new products around that. So we'll probably do a launch, I think, towards the spring, and I'm going to make little mini canvases with scenes and the beach glass art. So it's not just ornaments. You can still buy the ornaments and just hang them wherever, but I think this will be more like a little piece of art that you can
kind of
have.
More of a year-round type piece. And we have little easels for them, too.
Yeah, they're so cute.
It's going to be so cute when they're done.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We actually kept one of the ornaments that we made for ourselves.
Yeah, because it ended up being 2 little teal fish. And Brandon's like, we're keeping this one.
Yeah, that one's ours.
One's ours.
Yeah, we actually got so busy that we couldn't even put the tree up this year. So that was our holiday decoration.
Yeah, just our little teal fish ornament.
Yeah, so a little side story there.
Yeah. So that's exciting. Also, are we going to talk about the merch shop?
Yeah, that was something that just popped up in the last few days. we discovered this platform that allows us to do our merch and offer digital things as well. And in the future, also memberships too.
Yes.
So we're trying to condense and combine things and reallocate.
Yeah. I talked a little bit about it in the Discord. I didn't get a lot of feedback, but with this new platform, it'll be connected to our site. So we'll have our main store, then we're going to have a link to our merch store, and then in the merch store, we'll be able to also have our designs on apparel. So we'll do like shirts and hoodies and all of that. And then some home goods.
Yeah, like mugs or tumblers or things like that.
Yeah. And then we'll also be able to add some digital downloads. So we're thinking we're going to add our music there. If people want to purchase our music, they can still get it on Bandcamp, but that way there's like a central location for all of that.
Yeah.
And then at some point, once we figure out what we want the memberships to look like, we're going to add a link to like our membership page. And that way we can offer everything through our own website instead of through other platforms. So we'll still, I think, have Etsy, but we kind of want to move away from using third-party platforms and just kind of have everything centrally located on our site.
Yeah, it's going to be harder to build up, but overall, I think it's better to do that.
Yeah.
Because these platforms are always changing and algorithms are changing, so it's better if we're going to do it, just
do it ourselves.
Yeah, do it the hard way and build up our own brand and
is it the hard way.
And our own space.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I do think it's going to be worth it overall. And the nice thing with the merch shop is that we'll be able to be international. So it's the things in our actual store, we just can't wrap our brains around how we need to take care of that because there's
a lot of different things to
consider. I think I need to take like an entire course on how.
I think you need a degree.
Yeah, like it's so complex.
Yeah, it gets very complicated.
And it's also very expensive, so I don't know how worth it would be for somebody to. I feel like some of the items they'd pay more in taxes and shipping than the price of the product.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that what we offer is worthwhile. So we'll have the options of the digital downloads, and we'll have the options in the merch shop if international people want to get something from us, they can do it that way.
Yeah.
And then we'll just kind of expand what we can offer from there. So I'm so excited about all of this.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone can tell. I feel like I've been rambling, but I'm just so hyped for what's to come this year. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. It's something I've been wanting to do for so long.
And we're almost there.
It's finally happening. It's finally happening. So yeah, it's been a journey.
Pure chaos. At times.
Very stressful. We have learned a lot, though.
Yeah.
We have learned a lot. Running a business is not easy.
There's a lot still to learn.
I thought when we started this adventure that I knew what we were doing. And there was so much that we did not know.
I feel like we're going to look back at this point in time as well at some point in the future and be like, we thought we knew what we were doing.
We thought we knew what we were doing.
But we had no idea.
We had no idea. But yeah, it's just, there's so many components to it. And I think that's why some of these companies, if they have the capital that they can start with, outsource so much stuff. Like they'll have an accountant and they'll have a marketing person and they'll have this, and we're doing all of it ourselves. So it's been very slow progress, but it is progress. And I do find value in doing it ourselves too, because then we really understand the ins and the outs of what we're trying to do.
Yeah. But then you can really appreciate why these other platforms exist, like Etsy. Because they just make it so easy to start selling.
Yeah, they take care of a lot for you. But oof, it's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I do feel very fulfilled with the new direction we're taking, because that was one thing we've talked about this over the last couple of years, is that we want to create more things, and for whatever reason it just never
It
happened.
just became harder and harder and harder. Like, I remember looking at the music folder because I would always keep track of all the different projects I was working on, and just every year it would be
Smaller
and smaller, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do think once we have all of these, it's been a lot of work, a lot of effort, but once these things are established, it's going to really help us to be more creative and make more things. And I think we're both going to be a lot happier, because I just love making stuff.
Me too.
And I'm just so happy that we're finally doing it again.
I can't wait.
So stressful, but so rewarding. So rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
And Brandon was very like, why did you sign us up for this? This is insane.
It was insane, though.
And then, like,
really
every
was.
time we would run into a snag, he'd be like, I told you this was too much. There's no way we could do this. And I was like, I know, but, like, I think we just need to try. I think we really need to try. Like, I felt like it was a sign that, I mean, what are the odds that that would just fall into our lap like that? It was just so, like, random. So I felt like this was a sign.
It's pushing us in this direction.
It's pushing us in this direction. And now I have the bug. I have the bug to do more of these shows and to make more things. And
Yeah, we got to do some reaching out and figure out where we can pop up next.
Yeah, yeah. I think for a long time I felt a little lost with what we were doing, because I love doing the design. I love doing the branding and all of that. But getting a client that really wants to dig into building that whole thing out is few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
We have to work more on marketing that aspect of our business as well.
Yeah.
And then just like the lack of creativity sometimes and the stipulations. So actually making products and figuring out what things excite people and what people enjoy.
I mean, things that excite us too.
It's just a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. And it's just, I think that was the missing piece to our business. I really do. Like we had the photography and we had done the flora and fauna videos. And that was one thing that's honestly, out of all the videos we make, the flora and fauna are my favorite.
Yeah, by far.
By far.
So I think that's why we're pushing in this direction for video content as well.
Because I think that when it comes down to it, we just want to make stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I think we just want to make stuff, and I don't know for why we haven't been. The music was the other big thing that I wanted to do, and I think you wanted to do as well. And we kind of put that on the back burner because we're like, oh, we're supposed to do this. We're supposed to do that. So
yeah,
this year we want to get away from what we think we're supposed to do and just do what we want to do and what we're passionate about and what inspires us. And then whatever comes of that comes of it. Like if you build it, they will come. I think that's the other thing is we have been all over the place. So the small community that we've built is kind of like, what the hell are you doing?
So many things.
Like, what are you doing? So, like, we've dismantled the Discord several times. We've changed platforms that we've been on. We've completely changed our video content. We've changed our streaming schedule. We just keep changing all of these things because I think we were still trying to figure out what the heck we're doing.
Yeah.
And I know we've said this before, but I think for this time, really, though, this time for real.
For real.
We know what we're doing.
Yes.
We actually know what we're doing. For real.
Things are very clear.
Yes. For once. So
the fog has lifted.
The fog has lifted. We've gone farther in the last 2 months than we have the entire time we've been doing Tealfish
Yeah,
Studio.
I feel like we're a real business now.
Yeah. Every time we do, like, we hit one of these little milestones, we're like, I feel like we're a real business now.
Yeah.
Now we're a real business.
Yeah. Like taking the first payment at the pop-up.
We were both like,
What? Like, we could do this?
we're never going to forget you. You're our first dollar. I wish, like, it was in cash so we could do the thing where you frame the dollar and put it on the wall.
Can we actually take your card so we can frame it? I don't think they would be down with that. No, I wouldn't do that either.
No. And then we're going to start a newsletter on our site. So we took a little sign-up sheet to have people sign up for our newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
That way we can announce new products. And we want it to be a little bit more than just like, here's an announcement of stuff we're selling. Like, we want to have like some cool topics that we can cover.
Yeah,
and
maybe just some aspects of the things that we're working on that we think are interesting. Just
yeah. So that's going to be, we called that one Art Wave, our Art Wave
our
newsletter.
Art Wave newsletter.
So just like our branding has become more on point. It's gone further. The redesign of the website, I love. I worked so hard on that, but I'm so happy with where it is now.
It looks so good. It looks like night and day between the last one. And the last one wasn't bad either.
No, the last one was good. And sometimes when I go to redesign our site, because I've done it a couple of times, I'm always like, is this a good idea or is this good enough? But then when I look at the site now compared to all the iterations before, it's so much more professional. It's more clear. It actually shows what we do. So it's just, I'm so happy. I'm so excited about all of this stuff. I learned so much. Like, I haven't done coding and CSS and
she's like
jQuery and all that stuff in a long time.
CSS wizard now.
And there is so much coding on our site, and I just made everything look like just how I wanted it to look. And I'm just so proud of it. And I hope everybody likes it too, because I'm just really proud of it. And I'm just happy. I'm happy we're doing it.
You did an amazing job.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
If I have to say myself.
Thank you so much. We updated like just a lot of our branding, and oh god, I'm so hyped. It feels so professional.
Yeah.
It just feels like a new era.
I would say this is definitely a new era. I don't know what to call it though.
The new era of Tealfish Studio. The fog has lifted.
The fog has lifted.
I'm so excited. But yeah. Whew, that's a lot of information.
It was. And that's not even everything that went on. Like, there was a whole issue with the stickers.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
we had a lot of mishaps.
Yeah. The short version is we printed out stickers, received them. They were not the quality we expected, so they reprinted them and shipped them, and then only half of them were okay. And then we were trying to figure out if we could do it ourselves, and that didn't work out.
That was a whole nightmare.
So, but now we have a little bit more time to test things out, and we're trying to figure out how we want to actually fulfill the stickers going forward. And
yeah.
We just have to balance out the pros and cons, but we definitely have a more fleshed out idea of how we're going to do those. But those are going to be something that we're doing for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because we can print them ourselves, but
yeah, we can die cut them too.
Yeah, so
fancy. Very
fancy. But we wanted the equipment and the types of things available to working with a manufacturer are just a whole nother level than what you can do at home. So we wanted to try to get some things that were really high quality. And I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed that the quality wasn't good. And then the second time they came and they were still not good. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What the heck? So we should have had more options at the pop-up that we did not have because of this situation, but
it is what it is.
Yeah. But we'll hopefully have, we're looking at, like, we got a bunch of different samples of a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, stickers and also different card stocks and stuff like that to see if we can start printing things ourselves for some of these greeting cards.
Yeah, I'm going to start making some more like custom greeting cards and things for all the different holidays and birthdays and different designs, different downloadable things. When we do launch the membership, what I would like to do is have things like, I don't know, a sticker club or different, like, I don't know, like just more creative perks instead of it just being like cranking out content that we don't really care about. Like, I'd rather have it be something really valuable, but there just hasn't been a lot of feedback or interest in it. So we're kind of not sure where to take it at this point. So I think we want to put that a little on hold until we do more things and then figure out
like what things
make the
people
most
are
sense.
interested in. And
yeah, we can do like custom merch that would be for members only. So that is maybe an option we could do. But we're just trying to figure out like what people actually like care about, what people want.
Yeah.
But maybe that just comes a little bit further down the line. I was hoping to have everything kind of launched together, but it doesn't make sense until we really know.
Yeah.
One way or the other. So, just excited. I'm just very excited this year. I feel like I get excited at the start of every year, hoping like, oh, this year's going to be different. This year we know what we're doing.
I mean, this year's
gonna be
definitely
great.
different.
But yeah, this year definitely, like for sure, is going to be different. You can hold us to it. I was laughing because before we started the podcast, Brandon was like, maybe don't mention consistency because, we haven't been the greatest at that. We're reliably unreliable, but I feel like now that we kind of know the direction we're going to go in, we'll be a little bit more reliable.
Yeah, because the whole thing is just everything we're doing is about our creativity and
stuff that we're actually passionate about
so
instead of just doing what we should do or what we're supposed to do or what the algorithm wants, which has never worked for us.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know what? Why? Why are we bothering? We need to do something that we actually care about, that we're actually passionate about, because that comes through to the community, like, too. Like, they're like, oh, they don't really care. If they cared, they'd be here. If they cared, they'd be doing this. And that's 100% true. Like, if we really are passionate about something and really care about something, like, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So, also, we're going to bring back gaming.
Which means, I know this is probably not going to be something people want to hear, but we're probably going to have to restart Baldur's Gate 3 again.
Do we really?
I don't really know what's going on. Maybe we could just watch clips of the old stream to get caught up.
Maybe. I don't, because we've played through that part like 100 times, and I kind of don't want to do it again, to be fair.
I just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's been a while since we started that, but I want to continue from where we were. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of don't want to start over, but maybe we should. But we want to start playing through Baldur's Gate.
Maybe we just scrub through the old VOD.
Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe we'll just do that. Maybe we won't subject you to another start.
Yeah.
Those are like an hour long just to like get into the game.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited for all the things we've got coming up. So, yeah. Still a lot of things to figure out, a lot of things to work on. We have to be better about marketing ourselves. We have to be better about self-promotion, which we suck at.
I think we'll be better because we'll actually have things we can share.
Yeah. I don't like the form of self-promotion where you're just trying to sell something. Like, I don't know. I think it's more effective if you're just sharing things that you're doing and things that you're excited about.
Yeah.
And now we'll have more of that. So
a lot of the creativity process.
Mm-hmm. And then if people like what they see, we'll be like, oh, it's available in our shop if you're interested.
Yeah.
Go take a look.
Oh yeah, we also got a new domain too.
Oh, that's right.
We have tealfishstudio.store.
Yes. So which that'll be a lot easier.
To like tell people to go to
Yep.
instead of like tealfishstudio.com/store or whatever. It's just tealfishstudio.store. And
Yep.
it redirects directly to the store.
Yep.
Or will.
Yes. It will redirect directly to our store. And then we also have merch.tealfishstudio.com for our merch shop.
Yeah, so that's set up as like a subdomain.
Yep. So, and we're doing it.
We are doing it.
We're doing it. So hopefully that explains why we have been MIA and we have not been streaming or putting out videos. We've been busy.
Yeah, we've literally had no time to do that.
We've been
There
very
is
busy.
No time.
But this is our first stream back. So thanks for hanging out and supporting us. And we will hopefully be more consistent streaming. Tomorrow night, is it tomorrow night? We would be doing the first gaming stream back.
I think we're probably not going to do the gaming yet because I got to finish the stuff.
Oh, for the shop. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So gaming might start next week.
Okay. Bummer. I was
Yeah.
excited. But yeah. I'm also going to bring back my Saturday night music streams.
Get ready for some music.
It's been a long time since I've done those. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to do... so for the podcast, we're going to do the Tuesdays now for the podcast.
Yes.
Once a month. And it'll be kind of like this longer form. This is, we're like at an hour and a half. But I think the podcasts are going to just be a little bit longer because they'll be... Basically, this setup is going to be like a reflection on whatever we just wrapped up for our project, like the video that we just finished, and then what we're planning to do for the next one. So it'll kind of, that was the other thing is the podcast, we weren't really sure what we were doing with that either.
Yeah, we did like the topic-based thing, but then it took like a lot of time to research everything and try to find like topics.
Interesting
that
topics.
fit, and some kind of maybe were a little outside. But
Yeah, we were doing the topics thing, and then before that we were doing like the shell of conversation stuff. But then, I don't know, I think we just kind of weren't sure what direction to even take the podcast in. But I think now everything is going to be more cohesive and it's all going to tie together. So now the podcast will be reflection of what we just did, what we're going to be doing next, and then the video will show all of what the actual journey was. We'll have little shorts along the way. So like little like clips of that, and then our streams. So on the other Tuesdays, we're still going to stream weekly on Tuesdays. So the other streams instead of the podcast will be Creative Corner streams. So we'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Is that what we decided?
yeah,
think?
so we'll be making things that kind of tie into what we're trying to do for that month.
Yeah, so the Creative Corner streams were kind of just doing like the paintings and whatnot, but now I think it's going to be determined based off of what our...
Yeah, I mean, there might be some random ones still mixed in just for funds, but...
Yeah, so instead of just doing like the paintings, we'll maybe be working on new products, or we'll be editing videos, or we'll be editing photos
Could be
that
editing
we took.
photos too.
Maybe we'll be working on new illustrations. So that'll be a little bit more variety too, which I think is a good thing. So it's not just the same thing over and over.
For a
every
while,
time.
it was just like acrylic painting. What are we doing? Acrylic painting.
Yeah.
What about today?
Acrylic painting. We did do the pours, and then we did
Acrylic
the pumpkins. The pumpkins were fun.
Yeah, I like the pumpkins. Pumpkins are always fun.
I like when we do like the event, like when we did the house for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I think next year we go back to the real pumpkin.
Yeah, I think I liked that a little bit more.
Yeah, I still like painting it.
Yeah, the painting was fun, but I did like the carving.
Yeah. We'll have to see. We'll have to start planning.
Yeah. But now we'll have a little bit more variety with that as well. So I think our new approach is going to really elevate all of our content across everything.
It should.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm hyped up. All right. I guess that's it. I'm going to stop talking now because it's over a half hour or an hour and a half.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a long one.
I was like, oh no, it should be fine.
A lot of updates.
There's just a lot of stuff I'm excited about. So, yay!
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 Tealfish Studio is doing things.
We're doing things. So excited. But I guess we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah. I'm not sure if any of this stuff is still accurate. I don't know what platforms are still around or what they're called, but
I think these are accurate. I think this is updated.
so, well, if you're watching on YouTube, you can always listen to the podcast on Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Audible, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. If you are listening, you can always watch the video on youtube.com/tealfishstudio or catch us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/tealfishstudio. And it'd be every Tuesday evening.
Not every Tuesday.
Oh, every once a month Tuesday evening.
Every once a month. But if you come by on the other Tuesdays, we'll be doing that Creative Corner stuff.
Yeah.
So come hang out.
So do that.
Yeah. So that was basically it. I know that was a lot of information. If you listened to this whole thing, thank you. And I hope you are excited as we are about all of the things we have to come. So until next time, may your artistry always be unbounded. Bye!
Bye.